I'm here with David Morgan from SilverInvestor today. How are you, David?
Doing well, thank you, Tracy.
David, let's get right to it and let's discuss gold. What's happening in the gold market? I mean, because we've had a bit of a rough summer.
Well, the summer doldrums are very typical in the metals. It's kind of a seasonality, but we've really been pounded in the gold and silver markets over the last couple of years. It looks like both gold and silver found their bottoms and they're coming up. They're coming up rather strongly. So I think the bottom is in the intermediate term bottom. There was a key reversal in silver on the 28th of June. It's been up the last few weeks and it's doing well. I think it'll probably stall out here fairly shortly. But there's so much geopolitical stuff in the background that could favor gold and silver going higher.
Okay, let's talk about geopolitics for just a minute. The Syrian conflict, how is that going to affect the gold and silver market?
Well, whenever there's uncertainty in a market, people run to safety, and there's two safety hedges, really. One is considered the U.S. dollar, which I disagree with, but the market I'm not going to argue with. There's a lot of perceived value or safety in the U.S. dollar. The other one, of course, is gold and a subset silver. So whenever there's this kind of uncertainty, now with Syria, you're looking in an oil potential problem, and Russia's taken sides on one side, the U.S. on the other. So the potential is great that we're going to see higher oil prices. We saw about a $6 move yesterday. So I think you're going to see a move up in oil because of uncertainty, and also gold will go along with it.
One of my favorite questions always to ask you as an investor is there anything I should be looking at this week, David?
Not on the short term. Silver today, as we're talking, is kind of backing and filling, not showing a lot of strength. It was up over 25 in the aftermarket, the overseas market, and it's under yesterday's close right now as we're speaking. So we may be, again, stalling out here. I don't see anything other than, the fundamental facts of what's going on in the world, why you need a gold and silver position, why it's important. But as far as short term, no comment.
Okay, and what about gold and silver here for the fall?
Well, I think we're going to continue a rally. I do think we're going to probably back off for a little bit, even with this conflict, unless it really escalates. And then we'll probably pause and start up further. I'm looking for $26 silver and 1550 gold by the end of the year, and I'll probably achieve that before the end of the year. Barring anything unforeseen, and that's hard to bar because there's so many black swans flying around in the world today, as you well know, Tracy. But barring any strange event, then I think we'll see, I think we'll see the markets back up over their fall-off point, which was 1550 gold, 26 silver. That's where the market really got hit. So once we're above that, confidence will return to the market and see more market participation.
So you sent me an email recently about an event that I need to go to in Munich. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
This is the biggest retail show for gold and silver resource companies, really. It's all about resources. Gold and silver is part of the story, but I've been to it several times, been a keynote speaker there. It's probably one of the best events I've ever been to in Europe, and it deals with all resources. There's lots of speakers, lots of insights, and as far as I am concerned, this is opinion only. I think Germany, above most of the other European countries, really get the resource story. This is where you really see great participation throughout the resource sector. And these people are very informed. They ask very direct, probing questions, and they really want to know the answers. And they do visit the booths. They really are, I would say, again, as a group of people in Europe, the most savvy about the resource sector.
Well, David, thank you for joining us again this week.